my goodness, did I do it? Did you get it? Call to order at 7. All rise for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call noting all in attendance. I need a motion to open a public hearing to transfer funds.
So moved.
Second.
Flores,
Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So the public hearing is required by law when you transfer anything within the O&M, Ed Fund, or Transportation Fund. So what we're doing, we have currently $2.1 million in reserves of transportation funds. We're going to take $1.5 million of that and transfer it to O&M. That will help cover part of the cost of the HVAC project. And then after the hearing, there's another abatement of working cash that you would also have to approve. That covers all $4 million required for that payment.
Any questions? No? No public comment? I need a motion to approve Resolution 23-1 authorizing the transfer of monies from the Transportation Fund to the Operations and Maintenance Fund.
So moved.
Second.
Belt,
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer,
Yes.
Flores.
Yes.
Motion carried.
And I need a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Missouri,
Yes.
Hernandez,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer,
Yes.
Flores,
Yes.
and Belt.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the resolution 23-2 abating working cash fund for operation and maintenance purposes, as you just stated.
Correct. So your working cash is basically your kind of, I won't say nest egg, but your saving account. That does not require a public hearing. However, there are some policies we have to follow, and Mr. Izzo actually wrote that, both of those resolutions for us. We are required by law to keep a 0.05% of EAV, and so that is at the time of the resolution, not at the end of the year. So that's why I had to bump it from what I did to where it's at. I had to take it down from 2.6 to 2.5. So we satisfy all legal requirements of the abatement of working cash.
Okay. Any questions there? All right, I need the motion. So moved.
Second.
Hernandez,
Yes.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer,
Yes.
Flores,
Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Missouri.
Yes.
Motion carried.
We're moving into the regular meeting now. I need a motion to approve the regular board meeting minutes of August 8th, 2022, and Finance Committee meeting minutes of August 15th, 2022, as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer,
Yes.
Flores,
Yes.
Belt, Missouri,
Yes.
Hernandez. Motion carried.
No, I was just looking.
All right, thank you. I need a motion to approve the September 2022 expenses as presented. So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Pappas, Palmer,
Yes.
Flores,
Yes.
Belt,
Yes.
Missouri,
Yes.
Hernandez.
Yes.
And Herman.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Mr. Peters.
All right, I'm on. Balance in the Super Now account at the end of August was $195,105.45. Finished the month with outstanding checks of $32,182.23. We had some August payroll expense carryover, $56,364.67. Some taxes that carried over and made that a little larger than normal. There was an August payroll adjustment of $14.85, leaving the adjusted bank balance at $106,543.90. The lunch program balance, $45,07.99. Impressed fund, $5,000, giving the total balance $116,51.89. Investment balances were $11,932,411.33. leaving the balance of all funds as of August 31st at $12,048,463.22. August receipts were $1,220,263.84. Expenses, $1,237,452.92. Education fund balance, $4,768,836.7. Building fund, $323,578.10. Bond and interest, $1,148,168.02. Transportation, $2,175,002.83. IMRF, $237,315.38. Working cash, $2,644,005.79. Tort fund, $197,432.11. And life safety, $554,130.32. August interest, we accrued $9.83, the rate at .335. That was an error that's been corrected, and the account has been credited back $162.22 to fix that. So it's back at the .47. Yeah, it was tiny. State of Illinois had some distributions in August. State aid, $265,918 on the nose. IDEA room and board, $41,400. ESSER 2, $7,064, and then a U.S. Treasury deposit, $21,557.08. Lastly, the fifth real estate distribution for $161,100.06. Balances are in the packet.
Any questions for Mr. Peters?
What is room and board?
That's a good question.
So that is a non-place student who is not at one of our SOAS.
Got it, thank you.
And it also should be
I
noted.
haven't seen that one, so that's what I was asking.
Yep. It also should be noted on the investments that those rates have gone up significantly. We did, Mr. Peters, Ms. Helt, and myself did some work on getting some actual better investments with our local banks, so.
Good.
Yeah, I see one's 2%, another one's 1.5%.
Yep.
On a .10.
Correct. And that .10 is a, we called about that today, that is a CD that Mr. Cox opened up that is matured in April. So-
Okay, so then we can reinvest that.
Yep.
Or use it to,
Oh, yeah.
but yes, we'll probably reinvest it into something local.
Okay. All right, I need a motion to approve the treasurer's report as presented.
So move.
Second?
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, for public comment, reminder, those who have signed in and turn this in and have 3-minute maximum. Mr. Pena, the floor is yours.
Ready? Sol Pena, Beecher, Illinois. I just came here tonight, it's my understanding, I have a son who's a senior, so I hear this from him, I heard it from another student in the lower class. I think they're separated by hallways, but apparently there's some kids loudly rapping in the hallways, dropping the N-word. I don't know if it's true or not, but I think something needs to be addressed before it gets out of here. Regardless if they're black, white, Asian, whatever you want to call it, it shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be happening. So I think something should be addressed if it is happening. If it's not, thank God. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Okay. All right, so moving into staff reports, Dr. Kwasny.
Good evening. I had a couple SRO updates I just wanted to share with everyone. SRO Hansen has been helping us with a few drills to start off the year. Oh, and first of all, and generally speaking, the school year has got off to a great start. He has been very helpful with our drills so far, with our fire drill as well as our bus evacuation drill. He's also going to be helping us out for our 11:30 SAP day. He's going to work with both our building and the high school to do an EBRS refresher course with the staff to kind of just reiterate what do we do in the case of different emergencies, also what are our rally points. He's also going to talk to the staff about some gangs, drugs, violence awareness, just some things that he is aware of and he could keep us abreast of what's going on at the school so we can be aware as well. Also, I wanted to thank everyone for supporting the Little Caesars fundraiser to the family and friends of our students who have participated. We had a great turnout again in terms of people ordering, so that will be hopefully a big help to the school. And the pickup is on September 26th. And lastly, I just wanted to let everyone know that our softball regional will be tomorrow. We'll be playing Bishop Mack, and the baseball regional will also be at home on Wednesday against Mimans.
All right, so the regional for softball's at home too?
Yes,
Okay.
they're both at home. Softball's on Tuesday and baseball's on Wednesday.
Okay, nice. Any questions for Dr. Kwasny?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Meyer?
Hello.
Are you dressed for Mantino?
No.
I feel like.
I'm dressed for the Vikings because Shane and I are about the only Viking fans in this whole community.
Good job last night, too, yesterday, by the way.
Anytime Green Bay gets beat, I'm more than happy to support whatever I need to do.
Absolutely,
So,
sure.
a couple things I did not put in my report. For AP, we did have 3 perfect papers. Nina Athanasopoulos in English Lit Composition, Christina DeVries in Calc, and Kent Hardig in Physics. So we did have 3 5s, and their faces will go up
Wow.
here.
That's
Besides
awesome.
all the other ones that really did a nice job this year.
Yeah.
Great leadership to begin with before to keep this going.
It's probably the new principal.
Also, Mrs. Compton won her 200th soccer game against Coal City. Now, I should have verified, I don't know if this is 200 just for the boys, or if it's a combination of boys and girls, I'm not quite for sure.
I think it's boys.
Just boys? Okay, is it just boys? Okay.
Wow.
So we said congratulations, but I forgot to put that in here. And then the last thing I want to talk about is, I would like to move our graduation off to Sunday. And I thought Friday, and then I thought, well, we have the option, if we host, we could do the regional the regional final on Saturday, or we try to make something
Or-
work on Friday.
For softball, you mean?
For softball in May, yes. But then Jack and I were talking earlier, and then he said, what about Thursday? I just wanted off the Sunday because my daughter is going to graduate the same time and the same day as Mantino, and so I don't want to have to choose between that. I'd like to do both things. I'd like to make sure that I'm with our kids and with
And
my
Mantino
family.
wouldn't change this for you, huh? Okay.
And I did not ask, so.
Okay, no problem.
That it was my place to do that. But I would like to make, I want your support. I want to be upfront with what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And again, hopefully I'm still here in 4 years and my son's gonna have the same issue. So this would be something that, if it worked out, I know everybody's not gonna like it, I get it, but if I give them enough notice, there are other schools in our conference that do it. I think Mrs. Siegert said in the past that they used to do it on a Thursday or Friday or something as well. So,
But that's like out of town, if you have guests come from out of town, that's impossible on a Thursday, even maybe on a Friday. Is there not another weekend that it works?
I don't want to do Memorial Day, and I don't want to do it in June.
In June.
So, and I don't want to go earlier, because I think that's not
I
right.
think that's
it
the
seems.
biggest problem, is if you have people that live out of town, for sure Thursday, because that's after work. If you're local, that's fine, but if you've got grandparents a couple towns over,
I don't know, I just
I know.
think they'll make it work for their kid
Yeah.
to graduate. I think if they have to,
Yeah.
their grandparents.
I think Friday is more doable than a Thursday, I would think, if you have to just take off Friday or,
I just know the conflict with sports, I don't want to
Yeah.
get involved in either,
Yeah.
because that's big, and that's not what I'm looking for, and Jack pointed out as well, and I've already tried to do the legwork with Brandon even before, if we could host, great, let's do it on Saturday. So.
but that's not approved yet, or
It is not, we do not know
Do
who,
you know when?
it's either when,
Like
the
when
when will know.
would get
I don't know.
approved? No.
I know. I just know we do volleyball, we have volleyball regionals, we have that, but we've checked the box on softball and a few other sports too, so we'll see what happens and what we get.
So you're gearing towards more Thursday?
I don't know, I was gearing toward Friday all along, and then Jack and I just talked about, so, it'll probably be Friday, because that's what I said initially.
Okay.
And I would like to just be able to, if we don't host, I'd like to be able to speak with one of the hosts and see why we couldn't, start the game at 2, or something like that to make sure it's over. I don't see why, because it's fine for golf to leave at 10 o'clock to go to a golf tournament, and IHSA doesn't have a problem with it.
I'm trying to think when the regionals were this year. Like, was it even on a Friday?
It's a Friday, just, we
Was
have
it
2
this
days, I
year?
don't know, we
I
have
don't
2 days we can
remember.
do, it's a Friday, Saturday.
It's a Friday or a Saturday.
Right,
Yeah,
and this year, I don't,
No.
I don't remember if it was on
I
a
don't know.
Friday or the Saturday.
I don't know.
I'm just wondering, like, in the last couple of years where it's kind of been, but your family comes first, and we appreciate you being there too, so we will work to accommodate that, absolutely. Yes.
But yeah, I should let you know. And I'll get that out to parents ASAP, because I want them to have, whatever, 8 months to be able to work out there.
Yes,
Yep.
It's not
for
quite.
sure.
Can you do it in 6?
Of course.
Have you thought about Steve Sarcini running graduation?
No. Or Bob, no. They do fine, but no, that's not their job.
Then why not?
You do a great job.
Thank you, I'm sure.
Okay,
Be right
and
back.
any questions for Mr. Meyer?
Sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Gahan.
So, you obviously have my report, in terms of FOIAs, there was 2 this month, one was a commercial, so that, I get 30 days to satisfy that one, so they're waiting on their commercial FOIA. Outside of my board report, there's 3 things, 2 are state related, 1 is, locally related. So ESSER 1, we didn't end up using $6,000 of the ESSER money. So they sent out a refresher, said, hey, Beecher, have you used $6,000? What would you like to use it on? So now, this ESSER 1, they didn't, earmark this specifically for X, Y, and Z. You now can just, as long as it fits this category. So we are going to be able to recapture $6,100 or so. We're going to help pay one of our new EL teachers' salary with that and benefits. ESSER 2 has not been approved yet, but I think we have $31,000 left over from that one. And so the same thing. There's some just general ventilation, air quality concerns that we addressed at the junior high. I've incorporated that, and then Ms. Esparza's transitional bilingual educator salary will be part of that. And so that's the 2 big things coming from the state. As I said, ESSER 1 has been approved. The state gave us a thumbs up on that $6,000. I should know the exact number, the $35,000 or so. They're going to deny it because that's what they do. And then I'll resubmit it, they'll deny it again, and then I'll resubmit it. And then they'll say, oh, yeah, because I changed a verb. Then lastly, one of the kind of things that I know it's CARE's, bane of CARE's existence, is the water issue. Now again, we had abatement over last summer and this summer, so that's kind of the big problem we have in regards to our large water bill over the summer. However, the baseball field and the softball field is a 140,000 gallon difference. It's a lot. So I had Matt Connor come out and do some work with me. We had Brandon go through the cycle at the baseball field, and we're reading that as too much. There's no way we're using that much water at that baseball field with how he's doing it. So they're going to come out Thursday with a puck. I don't know what the puck is, but that's what Matt said. And what it does is actually tells us the time that water is going through that meter. So we'll know if our timer, because Brandon sets it at night, and he's not here at night. He does it 2 days a week, so we're going to find out if our timer's legit. And if it's not, then that's our problem. We have a nice fix there. In terms of the softball field, well, shame on me, it didn't work. So no water. The only water that it was registering is when the sprinklers turned on. It said, 7 gallons, and turned off again, and we continue to use the sprinkler systems. So they are obviously fixing
Oops.
that meter. So,
Or maybe that's all they,
so we're going to consider it a, pardon the pun, a wash, because my guess is that one's too much. That one's obviously
Yeah.
far too little. And I'm talking to Brandon about obviously how much watering happens and things like that. So we're going to cut back on. We don't want obviously anything to die, but we're going to cut back on a lot of that sprinkler system usage. So those are kind of the
does that
things.
include the soccer field as well?
Yeah, so the big thing was when the soccer field was added to the irrigation system, that's when the village finally said, all right, we're gonna start looking at how much you really do use. So the soccer field and the softball field are in the same meter, and then the baseball field is on a meter.
Okay.
So,
Hopefully they didn't go off today.
oh no. So,
Okay.
but that's me in a nutshell.
Any questions for Dr. Gagan?
Your report, when we can address some of those issues that were on the report in regards to transportation, stuff like that.
Whenever Mr. Hernandez would like to call a transportation meeting, I'll be glad to start having those conversations. And again, I said in my report, my goal is to bring you something every month. You know, obviously the first thing I brought to you guys was the AP and then the technology fee, and then bring you something that you can at least bring up and discuss and say, hey, this is something that we currently are spending money on, and whether or not, if we continue it, okay, if we cut it, you know, we have to make those decisions. I also said in my report that understand that the budget that's sitting on Marla's desk and on the website contains all of these expenses. And so if the board were ever to choose to do something, so hypothetically, Prairie State, but we don't want to do Prairie State this year, we're going to cut it next year. It's no different than what you see in the budget right now. This next year, that budget would have that less amount of money spent on it. So I'll be reaching out to Mr. Hernandez, find out a good time that he and the transportation team would like to do.
Anything specific else? No? Okay.
Oh, did it make sense on the bus thing? That, speaking of transportation, that makes sense. We're obviously not buying a bus this year, but this would be year 3.
Right.
Okay.
And
All right.
it's backward.
Yeah, yeah, so anything we do put out there isn't gonna be until next year anyway, so, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Mrs. Black?
Good evening, everyone. So the building is all ready for the first day of school. The teachers did a great job welcoming all the kids, and we've had a great first few weeks. On Friday, we were able to have a kind of welcome back to school event at Paramus Park. We had author and child development kind of expert Jim Gill come and put on a performance for, we had quite a good turnout. The night was, it was a really nice night. PTO was able to offer refreshments, and he also did a show for the kindergarten, first and second graders during the school day as well. And right now, we've been spending a lot of time between the safety committee, SLT, and on the 27th of September, the staff will be refreshed with ERS and introducing that to our students and talking about that so that we take some time and lots of delicate conversations that we're starting to have with our students in preparation for our first drill. With that, hopefully will be September 29th. I've been working with Officer Hanson and getting the police out to help us on that day, and I've also been in contact with the fire department to kind of help us on that day when we practice our evacuation and when we're walking to, making sure that the roads are closed off and the students are safe while we are.
Okay. And then, how, because I'm clearly not in an elementary age, so with my students, it's a lot different. So how, like, briefly is that presented to elementary age kids?
So Beacon actually has created a book for specifically age for students kindergarten through 3rd grade. So we use that as our first conversations that we have with students. And we actually, at SLT today, talked about it with our teachers and exactly how we're going to word that and how we're going to phrase that. Looks a lot different in kindergarten than how it looks in 5th grade. So we had some of those conversations today. And to be quite honest with the younger kids, we're really not using a lot of the scary kind of dangerous language, just talking about if there were ever a reason that we didn't feel like you were safe here at school, these are safe places that we could go to, and talking about how we would get there. And again, just talking more about safety, not necessarily what in particular might cause us to not feel safe. So, and I can't exactly answer how that's going to look in our classroom, because especially with the older kids, different questions will be brought up by those students. And again, just today, I was talking with SLT about how I want to make sure that all of our conversations that we have with students about this try to take the scary aspect out and really just focus on these are the 2 places we're going to meet if we have to leave, and this is where we're going to be safe, and this is where, so just kind of trying to always lead our conversations back to that, and maybe steering away from things that might make other people feel uncomfortable.
Sure. And then do you let the parents know then?
100%.
That this is like the day before or the night after or whatever?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send information out to parents over the next week or so,
Yeah,
letting them know that this is what we're putting in place, this is how we're gonna roll this out.
yeah,
I'm not going to tell parents exactly when we're doing that
Right.
before it happens.
yes,
After that, so that day,
right,
after that happens, they will get information about, this is what we did today, here's how it went, please have conversations with your children about what happened today.
okay, okay. Okay.
Any other questions?
I see you're up to 438 students.
Yes.
How does that compare with last year, or at the end of?
Yeah, I'd have to look, it's about the same, we've been
That's
kind of in the
lots of
same
dogs.
general number.
Mhm.
I think, since I've started, we've never hit the 450 mark, we've always been kind of right
Mhm.
around there. So,
Okay.
How are class sizes then with that?
Well, thank goodness, we have another third grade
Okay.
teacher,
Yes,
so, yeah.
so that,
numbers are pretty-
there's 3 third grades then?
No, we have four.
Four, okay, then 3 the rest.
Right.
Okay. And then with the new custodial crew that's coming in, has that gotten better this week? Like,
It's a work in progress.
okay.
We are having a lot of communication on a daily basis with the company that we work with. I have been encouraging teachers to tell me how their rooms are looking and how things are on a day-to-day basis because, and again, SLT will carry that message again today at the meeting. I don't want teachers to ever feel like they're complaining because I don't know, it's sometimes it's kind of like discipline in classrooms. I feel like no news is good news. So if I don't hear anything,
Right.
I'm just assuming that everything's okay. So if it's not okay, then I need you to reach out and talk to me about that.
Yeah,
I also spoke with Mr. Sanula today. He and Dr. Gainham also have been in communication with, I don't even know what his role is, Jerome's role exactly.
He's the operation manager of our facility.
There we go. We've been working and speaking with him a lot,
Mhm.
and he knows exactly what needs to be worked on and fixed
mhm,
each day. And from my understanding, there hopefully will be new people tomorrow.
okay.
The people that have been there have not made the improvements that Jerome was hoping they would in a timely fashion.
Okay.
Are they still doing the photo, like, wasn't that the big thing? They have the photo and the photo after, and they have to be compared?
Part of the issue with that is that, to be quite honest, we weren't really ready for those before photos.
Oh, so you
when
want
they
new
came.
photos?
So,
Did you guys do that last year?
our conversation with Jerome was, what?
Did you do the before photos last year?
No.
No? Okay.
No. The conversation with him was when we felt like the building looked the way we wanted it to, then that's when they would take their before pictures and
Yeah.
use those,
Gotcha,
so.
okay. And then, I guess this also goes, so I'm assuming, because if my husband gets the transformer for the Chicago hospital, that we might be closer in the running.
Yep.
So has there been any word?
From ComEd, the answer to that is no.
Right.
However, so I don't know if it's considered good news, or at least it's news, and I think it's in a quasi-positive direction. So even though we don't have the transformer, Austin Electric, who is a subcontractor, continues to come out and connect power. I mean, that's their job, to make sure when the transformer comes up, it's up and running.
Okay.
So I reached out to Scott and said, hey, when the PUVs need to start producing heat, you don't need condensing coils, you don't need that much power to turn on a fan in the PUV. So the PUVs will run without
Good.
the transformer. So what I asked him was, well, if we could run a fan and it's connected to outside air, are we able to turn on PUVs, pull in cold air from outside for the first 3 or 4 hours in the morning, and that way, and then shut them off? And so right now, they are in the process of finalizing, hooking up panels that could at least do that,
To cool it
but,
off in the morning.
correct.
I mean,
So
it
that's-
will be a bit humid, but at least with the cool fall air, that would make a
So-
difference.
But one person told me that that would be no later than the end of this week, and another person says, Jack, I have no idea what you're talking about, so.
All right.
Love construction.
Yes, and I had told you too, I mean, in Chicago, they're actually going to older job sites that maybe don't need the whole load of the transformer to see if they can pull from other places. That's how bad it is right now. So. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, do we need to do executive session, sir?
One was not requested on my part, so.
Okay. Nope. All right, moving on. Nobody else need to with all the coming, okay. Finance Committee report.
We had a committee meeting back on August 15th for the viewing of the 2022-2023 budget. It's not where we want to be, however, I hate to say it is what it is, but we had good discussions. It was brought up about possible cuts. Again, Prairie State and AP, and that's on our old business that we're going to be taking a look at.
Well,
Or just
not cutting, just not covering.
Not
Because we're
covering it, yeah,
cutting
not
anything,
cutting it, yeah,
we're
just
going to be charging.
financially-
We're not doing it.
Not the reimbursements. So we have to set a date in September this month for the,
I think we already have one set at the end
we
of the
have one
month.
set at the end of the month, correct?
Yes, the 26th.
Okay.
September 26th would be a public hearing at 6:30, followed by a special board meeting that afternoon, right immediately following, probably at 7, for the budget to be approved. That way, Dr. Walsh and the ROE will have our budget by the 30th.
Oh my gosh, I need
So.
to be in 3 places.
And again, just between number 16, the budget and the special requirement of a special hearing and all these hiring and things, it is simply because August was a goofy time for a board. I mean, the board meeting was right at the very, very beginning of August.
Right.
So that's why, I mean, it just didn't fall correctly, and that, it happens.
That was 6:30 on the 26th for the finance meeting, or is that a public hearing?
It's
Yeah.
a public
Public
hearing.
hearing.
Okay.
Yep. That's why I'll have a fancy little PowerPoint, it'll be an orange background.
Fab.
Yep.
All right. Any questions for Ms. Colmeyer? All right, hearing none. Old business,
So it was requested, I believe, last month, may have been Ms. Belt, if it wasn't, I apologize. Because she said, you know, we've talked about this for a few months. Could you please put together some numbers and what it would do and what it would look like for both the Prairie State reimbursement model and the AP reimbursement model? So with Prairie State, we'll take that one first. That is a hypothetical if everybody in the current class, which is 19 students, please tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, only if those 19 students all passed. So that is the hypothetical. Now, again, if somebody fails, that changes my numbers just a little bit. So that's where your Prairie State model would come from. Option A is effective immediately, you just stop funding it, you stop reimbursing altogether. B is you remove it for the second semester, so you still do what you have always done with that dual credit class. Just semester 2, you notify parents and they can have that choice going into semester 2 if they want to take that class. 3 is you keep it as is, you don't change anything, you keep on moving forward. And then number 4 is kind of amending it, what you currently have, which is as long as you pass, I'm sorry, it's a, C. If it's a C, you could change it to an A or a B. I'll be honest with you, you're not gonna save a whole lot different between that and the, most students in there are really good students, so they normally get A's or B's. It's just the fact of it all.
and so, okay, let me process a little bit more. What bothers me is, I mean, we're gonna have to make cuts and I get all that, but what bothers me is to look first at academics instead of other places.
We're not cutting
But it's not
anything.
academic.
I know that,
We're
I know,
just
but not
putting the
providing,
bill.
I know. And we're not
And
cutting,
it's what
exactly,
benefits
it's just
the
the,
many, not the few. This is only 19 students. I'm sorry, the referendum didn't pass. We've got to come up with money for the many.
I know,
It's unfortunate, but this is
and
where
this is
we're at.
one option. Do, when, like, we'll discuss these and everything, because when would we need to know if we decide to do, like, option 2 for semester 2?
I'll say sooner the better to
Yeah.
notify parents.
That's the truth of it all. Because if you do it immediately, the next day I send a notice out to those, or I should be Mr. Meyer. Let's send a notice out to those families, making them aware. Or Sarsity, making them aware. If it was, same thing with two. I mean, the day you do it, the next day they're notified. I mean,
And does anyone want to make that effective immediately?
No.
No, I
That's not
figured
fair.
that. Does anybody have an opinion between 2 and 3?
I'd like to just keep it the same. It's a great benefit for the kids. You're only talking about 20,000. You can find that someplace else. Why take it away from the kids?
I agree with Mr. Hernandez. I think that you're added in, I've noticed, and I'm not here to rail against anybody, but I noticed since the referendum didn't pass, I noticed the first thing we're doing is going after, I get it, and I know Ms. Bell just said it's a minimal, but we've gone after education, and I think we can find other ways. So-
But it's not going or being taken away. Brandy, you hit the nail on the head when you said it. This is just an added incentive. We're not giving up dual credit. It's still there.
And this was talked about changing before referendum was even talked. I mean, Mr. Myers brought
This is still
yeah.
dual credit. This is just reimbursement from a financial. You're not taking anything from the kids. You're taking nothing.
And most schools don't do this.
Right, the benefits, the educational purpose is still there. It's the financial benefit for the parents that is what's on the table, is what's being discussed. And, you know, as a parent of a senior, it would be a great benefit for me personally, but also as a board member and making a decision for the community. You know, the community spoke when they passed the referendum, and we unfortunately have to make these uncomfortable cuts. Now, I don't think we should do anything effective immediately, because those students have already signed up, but I do think that the change needs to come when it's only a few students that were, that will be in question. So, and they can still do it. It's just.
Mrs. Black, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I remember when Brad started this program, you even said, because your kids go to what, Lincoln Way?
Yes,
And you said, because your school still has dual credits, correct?
yes,
And you said, God, it would be nice if
yes, it's not an option.
you had that option. And are your kids, you still have them in high school, right?
Mhm.
And are they doing the dual credit?
No, Lincoln Way offers a very, very small amount of dual credit classes. You guys offer a lot more
Okay.
than they do. We did look into it, but having any reimbursement was not part of, it was not an option.
Okay.
Do we know if there's any schools that do a reimbursement?
Nor does the AP either.
Not
Really?
We
No,
don't get reimbursed.
we're the only.
So we're the only school that does that.
now, some other schools have them in-house, like, you have to go larger. If you go to, Pre-Boone actually has a dual credit, but it's in-house, so it's their teachers, and
Yes.
it's not a college fee or
The
anything
teacher's
like that.
certified to teach it.
Correct.
We don't have any.
So we're not
So-
taking away any education.
We're not
But
putting the billing.
This is
Right.
my only issue, is that families that are on a fixed budget, their kids enrolled in this class. Semester 1, they have a reimbursement coming back. They didn't plan when the kid enrolled in the class not have that reimbursement come back in second semester. And that's where I feel like it's, for people on fixed budgets, it's not, I don't know, it's not considering the fact that this was planned for, that they would be getting it, you know, and their kid is gonna work hard and everything. And I'm all for doing it for next year, but it's just with this year, I feel like those kids enrolled, that was the expectation. I don't think we should take it away for this year.
But then you could say the same thing for the ones that sign up their junior year. Well, I wasn't expecting to pay for this for 2 years. I mean, you know, like.
Yeah, but then at least they have like a year to prepare or know that, you know?
But that's why I want to talk about this now, because if we
Mhm.
wait and we don't do it until May of next year, oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
it's not enough time. Oh, but that's always the excuse.
Sure.
When we talked about this 4 months ago, that was the excuse, oh, not enough time, not enough, like, we're always kicking the can. So just have the conversation. If we don't do it, that's fine, but we just need to start having the conversation.
Well, and actually, and the amount is greater than the 20,000, because you're forgetting the 6,000
For
for
books.
book fees.
And it all adds up.
So you're looking
And
at
the
pretty
book
close
fees
to
are still on?
$27,000.
I'm sorry?
Book fees are still on for this year?
So that is not something that the board has ever approved, so that was something the high school principal just kind of put in place when he was there.
Who's that?
Me. Mr. Myers already addressed it in his discussion with you guys in the handbooks, so that's a separate problem altogether, because then we become, as a school district, liable for the textbooks that don't get returned, and then we're being charged $192 because a student didn't return a textbook.
Yeah.
And they've always been gracious enough. Mrs. Sebastian was wonderful when I was there, because she works at Prairie State, so she kind of helps us out a little bit, but that's a different conversation.
Okay. And there's no action on this tonight?
There can be, it is on the agenda. You have every
Okay.
right to make an action, because there is a Part A.
I feel that what we're between here is 2 and 3. To remove it for second semester, keep it as is, looking at next year, and that's where we are currently at. Is that correct?
I look at it as moving to an A or B, if you're gonna try, and then at that point, and then, let A and B adoption too. That's just me.
That what?
A and B, we're moving it to just an A and B,
So we're looking for.
50% for A and B.
Number 4.
for number 4. and 2.
Yes?
Yeah.
You think to move it to that?
Yeah.
Now you just brought in a third one, Ron. I had it.
But that, that goes back to what you stated about now we're changing it for a student that's thinking they're going to get it. Now they have to, it is a good incentive, but now we're upping that bar, and now that financially, financial benefit that we're giving them could change based on their grade. And that kind of goes hand in hand with it being.
So.
Sorry, I'm just gonna stick with my opinion. I think it's a great incentive for these kids. I think that's what we do, or education, we give these kids a boost. If they wanna take it, we should do everything we can to make sure they get there. That's just my take, but it seems like you guys have votes to vote it down, but.
I don't know. Larry hasn't said anything.
Like I said, in the A and B, if you guys are gonna get rid of it, get rid of the stipend part for the kids. But I would like, as Matt said, I'd like to see it stay. I think it's been great.
Well, there's nobody at this table that wouldn't like to see it stay, but
Perfect.
the
But
budget.
it's also.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about this for next year,
honestly,
do this
you
by
want to put it any way you
second
want,
or
but,
second
yeah.
semester. Larry, where are you sitting?
Decide my kid's 3 years down the road, I would very much like to take advantage of it. But
Yeah, I would be in favor of, if they're already planning for a second semester, not to have them not be able to finish. But as to getting rid of it, yeah, I think it's necessary now.
So after the second semester, or
Yes.
not before though?
Right.
So
Okay.
for the next school year.
So could we, I see a motion possibility being made to consider taking off the reimbursement, or do we need it to consideration? To take off the reimbursement model for next year effective, but not this year? Do we need to motion that?
So you would have to motion that, indeed, that I motion to
Okay.
stop the Prairie State reimbursement model for FY '24 school year.
Okay, so
23, 24.
23, yeah.
I'm looking for a motion to end the reimbursement starting 23-24 school year. And remain the same this year.
I'll make the motion.
seconded.
Flores?
Yes.
Vote.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Missouri?
No.
Hernandez?
No.
Herman?
Yes.
And Pappas?
Yes.
And Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. Moving on into new business.
Nope.
Nope.
No, we still
Sorry,
have 8.
that was disrespectful.
I forgot.
A similar,
language.
sorry, similar conversation, the AP reimbursement, I think we did at the same time frame. So right now, 5 is 100%, 4 is 75, 3 is 50, 2 is 25, and then 1 is 0 reimbursement. So on this data that I presented you is specific to last year's results. Obviously, I can't, AP is something you definitely can't project into the future of, but I can definitely go back to what we did last year. And so that is the numbers you have there. So once again, the options are you remove that reimbursement / incentive altogether, you keep it as is, or you amend it to at least remove, and then I gave you a few options there. Require 5, require 4, require 3.
And I'm asking, what does this look like in most schools around us?
Doesn't happen.
There's no reimbursement, we're the only one
Yeah.
that does it, period. But this one I think should at least be, if we're gonna not move it till the next year, they should at least have to have like an AB. Like, we shouldn't be reimbursing for the 50%.
So 3 is considered passing an AP,
Yeah.
so.
But is that like,
Like a 4 or
a
5
C?
you're talking about.
Well, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck when I said I don't grade AP stuff, but I would deem 3 as in that student understands the content.
Average.
And could pass a college class.
Okay, so,
And would credit for it.
Yes. and-
Most universities accept that, yes.
Because I think it goes along with, if we're sticking to they're finishing the year for Prairie State, I think it should be the same for AP. But I do think that this one should be a grade 1. Like, it should be, you get a percentage based on the grade, not just you get fully reimbursed no matter what.
AP, you do get reimbursed. If you get a 5, you get 100%. If you get a 4, you get 75. It is broken down. If you're at
Well,
3.
then why is it, why do you want to amend the reimbursement model?
So as the model sits right now, if I get a 2, which is not deemed as passing, I still get 25% of that $94. Again, this is just $94. This
Yeah.
isn't a $1,000 payment here. So that $94, I would get 25% back if I got a 2, which is not passing. So that's why I kind of gave you, if you
Yeah.
wanted to say, you know what?
That's mine, if you don't pass, I don't think you should get reimbursed, but that's mine.
no, I agree with that, yeah. But at the same, I mean, I fully agree with that. You should, if you don't pass, that, you should not. That's what happens in college.
Yeah.
You know? However, I mean, this is not talking a significant amount of money as the last topic.
No. But I think it should be the same. I mean, you can't not give everyone, like, kind of, they go together.
And this is an extra district does versus others.
I mean, I would say it should be
So-
ended at the end of the year.
You're saying amend reimbursement to 3C.
Yeah. That's just I mean, just,
Okay.
Are
Other
you
thoughts?
speaking of just this year?
yes, just this year, and then after this year, you no longer reimburse.
Other people's thoughts?
Marla, how long was this in place? Was it in place years ago? Or when did it come in place? Because I know it was here when I got
Dr.
here.
Gagan.
Yeah, Brad and I, this is one of, I think Brad and I did the same year we did Prairie State College. So.
I would say leave it until
4
next year.
years.
Yeah, if that's what we voted for Prairie State, I think it should match.
Okay.
I mean, that's just
Well, and
mine.
that's an idea too, because instead of the graduated this year.
Yeah, you're not talking big money, but every little penny helps.
Okay, so I would need a motion to approve to keep the reimbursement model as is for this year, not doing it for 2023, 2024. To mirror the other action.
Or can we change it where they don't get reimbursed if they fail? Those are the two options.
Well, we have to have a motion on the board.
Yeah.
Motion on the floor.
Then that, well, I mean, that adds to. We were trying to keep it neater and matching, but I mean,
I think if it's already out there we've already started the year. So I think anything, we've already kind of set the precedent. So I think it should just keep it the way that it is
Match
this year
Prairie
and
State.
then
Yeah.
do it next year.
yeah, I need a
So-
motion.
So
Second.
Belt,
Yes.
Mazur,
No.
Hernandez,
No.
Herman,
Yes.
Pappas,
Yes.
Palmer,
Yes.
and Flores.
yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, now to new business.
And of course, these will always be investigated later.
Absolutely.
Looked at later.
Always can
Looked
be.
at.
Reinvested.
Well, that's the same language here. We got
That's
that.
Larry, good.
That's cop talk.
Right.
Old habits.
Okay, I need a motion to accept the resignation of Jillian Rowe. You had a lot of changes this month, sir.
And I put it in the board packet. A lot is, it's a combination of two people who resigned, did a lot of extra little things, so a lot of that was gonna be, and then, once again, a goofy August meeting and a semi-late September meeting, so it's all
Okay.
right.
Sadness, yes, so moved.
Second.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay, I need a motion to accept the resignation of Jillian Rowe as Spanish Club sponsor.
So moved.
Second?
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the resignation of Jillian Rowe as class sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
Oh, you're on, you're right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the resignation of Ross Madden as teacher.
So moved.
Second.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the resignation of Ross Madden as high school golf assistant coach.
So moved.
Second.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the resignation of Alexis Schultz as junior high school cheerleading coach.
So moved.
Second?
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
I need a motion to accept the retirement agreement for teacher Amy Proper as presented.
So moved.
Second?
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Motion carried.
If we don't approve
We're not saying that
We're
it isn't
not going over
represented.
number item 8, and we're moving
Can I
on.
just say real quick on number 8?
Tabling that?
Marla, I read your letter, and at the bottom there, I'm with you 100%. 100% on that letter. Go ahead.
Okay. I need a motion to accept the retirement of business manager Marla Hout effective November 16th, 2022.
So we help.
If we don't approve it, it doesn't happen.
I mean,
That's what we said
we
when we
can
first-
ignore this. It's fine. A staple, a pillar.
Who's second?
Nobody said it.
I don't think did we have a motion?
yet.
We didn't even have a motion, Marla.
With a heavy heart.
I don't know about this.
Second.
Wait, who did the
Randy
motion?
Ryan.
I did.
Okay.
With a heavy heart.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez? Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
I wish you would wait till I was gone, but yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you for everything. You're not gone yet.
You still got time.
I think Jack's gonna drag you to work every day.
Yeah.
She got this. I'm sorry. Clearly, we don't take it lightly, but we are happy for you. Motion to employ Myrna Mueller as teacher for the 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Jillian Hauk as teacher for the 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Great job on hiring this month, by the way, everyone. That's a lot. You guys were busy.
Yeah, I gotta do this.
Motion to increase the employment of teacher Megan Davis from part-time to full-time for the 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Erin Hudspeth as a teacher aide for the 2022-2023 school year. Sorry.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Holly?
I have Megan, then Erin. You guys have a different one?
We have
Oh.
Holly.
Okay.
You go.
All right, I have
Okay, just make-
switched.
All right, that's fine. Okay.
No, we'll follow the official. So Holly was first?
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to employ Holly Trudeau as a teacher aide for the 2022-2023 school year. So sorry, we can go through there.
Second?
Ashley.
Ron and Heidi.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez? Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Erin Hudspeth as the teacher aide,
Sorry.
as a teacher aide for the 2022, thank you. Thank you
Hey,
so
can you bring
much.
that back?
I know.
Try not to snot. Okay. Yeah, so motion to approve Erin Hudspeth
So moved.
for the third time.
So moved.
Thank you. Second.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Denise Patterson as a teacher aide for the 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
I'll second.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Yahira Esparza as transitional bilingual educator for the 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Courtney Zelhart as an administrative assistant effective immediately.
So moved. Great addition.
Second?
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Laura Irwin as high school assistant volleyball coach.
So moved.
Second.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Steve Sarsany as high school girls assistant basketball coach.
So moved.
Second.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
And Herman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Jillian Hauk as junior high school track coach.
So moved.
Second.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Steve Sarsany as high school assistant golf coach at 45% of the 2022-2023 stipend.
So moved.
Second.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Alyssa Serta as high school art club sponsor for 2022-2023 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Terry Waterman as high school class sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Terry Waterman as junior high coding club sponsor.
So moved.
Second.
Herman? I'm sorry,
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Motion to employ Jocelyn Beck as activities route assigner and timesheet coordinator.
So moved.
Second.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
Yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Any word about Press Plus?
Everybody read it, I hope you guys did,
Yeah.
because there was some stuff in there about the EpiPens and stuff like that, the superintendent, so just make sure you read it, because if it comes back down the road, we approved it. So make sure you read it, that's on the committee and everybody else. Nope, that's it.
Okay, I need a motion to approve Press Plus policy,
So moved.
or Press Plus issue number 109.
So,
As a first reading.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Motion carried.
And the amended school calendar to reflect the institute days. Motion to approve the amended fiscal year 2023 school calendar as presented.
So,
Second.
Palmer?
Yes.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Anything to say about intergovernmental agreement?
No, you've heard Mr. Duncan talk a couple times about this. That is the fiber optic cable that's going from the high school to the junior high. It's going to relieve us of the requirement to rent that from AT&T. Half of it's paid by E-rates, the other half is covered by the state. So we obviously put the money up front, but we get it 100% reimbursed. There's no reason. So we have to do it with the village because obviously we're going through the village of Beecher to get all this taken care of. So I believe tonight that's where Joe Duncan is right now. He's at the village meeting, having that conversation with them. So this is our part. Just to clarify, Mr. Izzo did meet with the village lawyer and they wrote this up together. So our legal team and their legal team are both on board with everything right
So
now.
us voting for this is contingent on them voting yes also?
Correct.
How much are we renting?
Anywhere between $12 to $14 a month, $1,400 a month.
Okay, so that's gonna be a big savings.
Yes.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay.
16, 18,
Yep.
Okay.
The big thing is the village wants to make sure we're not selling it.
Yeah.
yeah, I read
Like,
that in there.
yeah, putting it down and then
Yeah.
renting it out or selling it to somebody else and kind of say, we're only doing it because we're a school, we're not gonna, no offense to Casey's, Casey can't do the same thing.
Right. Okay. Need a motion to approve the intergovernmental agreement between the Village of Beecher and Beecher Community School District 200U as presented.
So,
Second.
Flores?
Yes.
Belt?
Yes.
Missouri?
yes.
Hernandez?
Yes.
Herman?
Yes.
Pappas?
Yes.
Palmer?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Okay. Any other items for discussion? No? Any, note the upcoming date, we already talked about the special board meeting on September 26th for the public hearing, and the next regular board meeting is October 12th.
Which is a Wednesday.
Wednesday, 'cause it's a
Wednesday,
holiday.
it's a Wednesday, good call. And then also a transportation meeting to come. Anything else? No?
I'm happy if you guys are happy. I'm content if you guys are content. So.
You're content.
You're smiling.
I need a motion to adjourn. Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
You're not getting overtime